Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chidera Jennifer Udo, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Like guys, it's been a long while. It's really been a long while since I last posted, and I'm really excited. I'm really doing this finally after a lot of procrastination. Trust me, like this past week has been, let's say week, this past months has really been a life changer to me. I had to go through some hurdles, I had to go through some good moments, some bad moments, some great moments, but all in all, we thank God. And I'm back. That's the most important thing. I'm so happy that I'm back to this space and I'm back to doing YouTube videos. Like, it's so exciting. So you know, I've really been thinking, okay, what video will I use to, like, I don't even know. Okay, let me start by saying that I've been really skeptical about coming back to YouTube because I felt that I don't really have much to offer in this space, because creating content is nothing. It's not a small something, no, trust me. Like, it looks so easy. You see people on the screen, they're all smiling, they're all talking, but they actually put in a lot of things for this content to be created out here for you guys. So guys, literally that's where I have been for a while. That's like the cocoa of the matter. So finally today I felt a bit productive. I was able to complete some tasks that I had to do, and I said, okay, let me shoot a video. I'll try to shoot videos, trust me. Like, I have like 2-3 videos I've already done in the past, but I can't even post them. I feel like I don't want to post them or something like that. So right now I'm going through that moment of, you know, trying to reassure myself that what I'm doing right here is the right thing. And I was like, okay, what video am I going to do today? And I think the right video, the video I was actually thinking about in church, was to talk about a period in my life that as in today, I feel like, okay, I wish I could turn back the hands of the clock and do things differently. That I really hope that maybe it would have been different. So, story time. So guys, ever since I was born, I've always had few incidents of dislocating my right arm. So I'll just be lying down in the bed, next thing to just shift, I'll start screaming. My mom will rush to go back inside. That was kept happening. So I was able to see a doctor, and he was like, it's more like a birthmark. That's just how it is, and I just have to, like, you know, live with it, or I may seek for surgery, which he would not advise me to do, because that's like creating, you know, if you can be able to manage this thing, why go through extreme measures and all. So fast forward, let's rewind back to 2021. I was doing my internship last year, so I moved into a new apartment that I was going to stay for like a year, and I needed to start YouTube when I was thinking about doing videos, starting YouTube. But because initially when I moved in, I didn't bother to paint the house. I was like, it's not 1 year, I'm like painting the house. But I think I was like, the colors in this house are not really going to help my YouTube videos. They are very dark, and all my videos are going to appear, you know, somehow. So I just decided, I was like, okay, let me paint the side of my room white. And then I started calculating the cost. I was like, what's there now? Let me just buy small paint and do it myself. Why will I pay someone to do it? Well, I wish I paid someone to do this. So finally, long story short, I went ahead, I got paint, and I painted the house. And I really did. I tried though. I painted a portion of the house, but then I think the up part of the house, I couldn't paint it because my hands couldn't reach there, and I wasn't using that long rod that usually attached to the brush they used to paint. So then I kept looking at my room. My room was also looking weird, because how can you just paint your room halfway? I said, let me complete it. Who sent me? That's how I got on a plastic chair. First mistake, plastic. So I used the plastic chair, and long story short, guys, the chair broke. I fell down, and this same arm that has been dislocating on its own, dislocated due to the impact of the accident I had. Oh, I screamed. At first I screamed, because you know, when your arm, if you have ever witnessed as an experienced dislocation, you know how painful it is. Like, I screamed, and the worst part of my doors were locked. and my neighbors were banging on the door like they should open the door. I don't know how. I just carried my left hand and held up my hand, because when your arm is dislocated, you cannot. There's no. I don't know if there's no function. You know, you can't really rotate it. You can't use it. There's no function here. So I had to just carry up my arm, and I opened it. I think I opened it. I just fell on the floor, and the boss came. One just held my hand, and then it went back on its own. Thank God, it went back on its own. That was the first miracle. So after everything, she now tied something around my arm. And then I think she wrapped something on it. I can't remember, but it was so painful, guys. And my arm just swelled up. I was in pain. So I finally went home, went to the hospital. I spent times 10, if not more. I spent like times 15 of what I would have paid a painter to just paint that part of the room. So every time I just kept telling myself, why did I do this? Why did I just carry this money and pay this painter, and he will paint it perfectly well, and I will have my hands, you know, the way it used to be, the way I've been managing it and everything. That why, like, there were a lot of whys in my head. I was not happy throughout that period, throughout those months. I let's say I was quarter to depression, because I don't want to say I was depressed, because I was quarter to depression. So I was really thinking about a lot of things. Every single time I would always think, and I always, you know, thinking, I'm like, why should I have? Why did that was the only thing I was taking out from my mind. Why did I? Who sent me? Why did I wish every time I could go back in the hands of time and even stopped at that first attempt and just use the room like that. But you know, like, it happened. So then my arm, even to date, it has not been the same. It has not been the same, sadly. It has not been the same. Like, it's your right arm. Because I grew up using my right arm, and that's like every. I mean, then when it happened initially, I would want to. When it happened initially, I would want to use my keyboard and type. I'll type for a while, and then my hands will start paining me just by typing. And literally, I use my arms, I use my hands a lot, like, you get. So then I there were a lot of things I was wishing. Then I was like, I wish that I learned how to use my left hand. Maybe it will really come in handy, because I can't write with my left hand, and I can't even press my phone for long with my left hand, because I'm already used to my right hand. So first things first, if you're a parent out there and your child is using their left hand, and you're a Nigerian, you believe in all this culture of, okay, use your right hand to do so, leave them. Honestly, leave them, because you don't know what can happen. I'm not praying for anything bad to happen in the future, but I have this feeling that left-handed people easily adapt to the right hand than it is with the right-handed. But I don't know if that's true, but I just feel. So it was really difficult for me. At a point, I had to wear a shoulder pad to just rest my arms, because there's no way my arm can be here and I won't use them. I have to use them, because it's just a reflex action. They are my right arms and I have to use them. So I had to rest my arm. I rested my arm for, I think, a month or so. Oh my god, those periods, when I'll be sleeping with those shoulder pads, God, because I had to have it on as much as I can. God, I think there was a day I even woke up. I was so angry. I just tore out the shoulder pad and just slept. Like, I was angry because I was battling two things at that point. My waist was actually really disturbing me then, so I had to leave the bed, because the bed was kind of soft. So I had to leave the bed and use a mat on the floor that period. So I was battling my waist, and I was also battling my arms. And like, how old am I to be going through those kind of things? I know people actually go through worse, because when I went to the orthopedic hospital, I remember when I went to see the doctor, I saw a lot of people with serious problems, serious bone injury, serious muscle injury, and at the point I was like, see me, I want to come and kill myself because my arm is dislocated. Look at this person, doesn't even have a leg. This person is struggling to walk. People are really going through worse things than you, and you should be grateful that your impact was not, you know, that too severe. I remember that time I even had to go see a doctor, because I wasn't feeling too fine. I went to see a doctor, and because then at the point I'm trying to catch my breath. The first doctor was like, it's asthma. I was like, asthma, how, where? He even gave me inhaler. So when I went back to the same hospital, but it's a federal hospital, I had to go and see another doctor, because it's not really a must that you must see that particular doctor, because maybe when you come, you may not be when the other doctors are around. So I saw another doctor, and this man was asking me a lot of questions, and I was answering. He prescribed drugs for me, and this doctor actually prescribed antidepressants for me. Like, I was like, are you serious? But at that point, he prescribed sleeping pills and antidepressants drugs for me. So at that point, when I saw the drug and I googled it and I saw what it was for, I was like, this is it. Like, I can't start taking this. This is not my life. I mean, I can't start taking it. So that was when I took everything to prayers, and by God's grace, God saw me through. Like, it wasn't easy, seriously speaking. And the fact that I was living alone, I didn't really have someone to be talking to that would make me to forget a lot of things. So most times I would just leave my room, I would go to a neighbor's room and just stay there and talk for long hours, because I just want to just forget. I just want to just, not think. You understand? Overthink, they solve problem, because one thing I've realized that no matter how hard you think about something, you cannot really solve it by just thinking. You understand? It cannot get solved by you thinking. You keep thinking about it, and what's going to happen? Even the Bible said it, that you should not think, you should not worry, that you just bring everything to God in prayer. So I think that's just the solution. So even currently now, I'm a bit shaking because of a little incident that I went through, but I'm not really willing to share that now. I don't know if I'll ever share it, but I'm a bit shaking. So I'm still recovering. I'm still trying to get myself, because I'm this kind of person that I easily get things. Unfortunately, things really affect me. And it's so bad, because I'm supposed to be a Christian. I'm supposed to be a believer of the Word of God. I'm not supposed to let things that I don't have control over worry me. You understand? So I'm supposed to be that person that I have to just believe God. But at times your human nature will just be fighting, fighting everything. But you know what? It's just me and God this period. It's just me and God this period. Because I'm sitting down here, I'm just trying to think about a lot of incidents in my life that I've gone through, and God came through for me. There are a lot of things I've bothered myself about, and God came through for me. Like, when these things just work out, I'll start, I'm telling myself, why did you bother yourself about these things? Like, why? So if you're here and you believe in God, or you're struggling to believe in God, trust me, just believe in Him. I know it's not easy. Your human nature is not going to let you, if you let it overcome you. So you need to submerge yourself in His words. There are a lot of things God has said, God has spoken in His word. God has spoken in His word that He's going to be with you to the ends of the earth, that He will not leave you till He's done with you. So it's more like each and every one of us, God is intentional about us, and He just wants you to just let me. I will hold you by your hand, and I will carry you through this trial. I'm not saying that these trials will not come. They will come. But these trials, they are the medium I'm going to use to prove myself to you over and over again. Not just like prove myself to you, I'll prove myself to people that are around you. People around you that will see the goodness of God in you. Is just going to emanate, like it's going to keep happening around you, and people will just see that God is just around you. You understand? Like if I start telling you my story now, or like stories, incidents, things that have happened in my life, that I was like, okay, yeah, this is dead end, and God is like, out of the blue, He just walks out like, what? You understand? So guys, this is just me here. To that person that is struggling, you're trying to find your feet, you think that things are not working out the way you planned, think that things are falling apart, you think that it's the end of the world, you think that God has abandoned you, you think that it's just gonna, like, you're just at this point of that is the end. Trust me, it's not the end. God is going to use your situation. Yeah, you that is listening to me, God is going to use your situation and show himself. Just trust. He said even if your faith is as little as a mustard seed. I mean, have you ever seen a mustard seed before? You know how tiny a mustard seed is, and God is telling you, have faith, just like that. You know, that even if your faith is as little as a mustard seed, like, if faith as little as a mustard seed can go to this mountain and tell it, uproot yourself and be planted in the sea, see miracle. Oh my God, like, I don't even know what I'm going to say it again, but all I know is that I'm just trying to encourage you there. Don't stop praying about it. Just keep praying about it. Trust me, you won't even realize when that miracle will happen. It's going to just happen and you're like, trust me. So that's just it. And I am so hopeful that this won't be the last video I'm going to do here. This is the beginning of a lot of interesting videos I'm going to be posting here. So I just need to go back to the board and look for ways to help my channel grow. Like, I don't like how my channel is going, and it's not his fault, it's the fault of the owner, because the owner is not putting in as much effort as she should, you understand? So that's what I need to do in this channel, and I believe that this channel is going to be very beneficial to someone, because already the little that I've done, I've seen people that have come to me and like, okay, we are waiting for you to come back to YouTube, this your video, and it was really helpful, it was really interesting, like, and it means a lot to me because it keeps me going. So I'm rooting for me and I'm rooting for you out there. So don't stop believing in God, because God is real and God is soon working on you. Have a nice day, guys. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video to your loved ones. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.